Morning, everybody. All right. So went to bed a little bit later than I expected. I woke up a little later than I expected. It's now 6 o'clock. I'm going to jump on the elliptical. I think I have to finish watching Europe in 8 bits, but I got this other documentary here. Called, what is this about? Inquiry into a strange and true collaboration. Silicon Cowboys. Gonna watch that. It's about three friends dream up the compact portable computer at a Texas diner in 1981 and soon find themselves battling IBM for PC supremacy. Sounds good. Sounds like something I'd like. Hopefully this video isn't too dark, so I don't have my light on right now. Alright, time to get it going. 5.5 miles in. Time to go get a shower. And hopefully leave a little bit early because I have some more work I need to get done at work before like my day of meetings happens. Alright, on my way to work. Tons of meetings today. I gotta finish some proposals and things. And I'm having lunch today with a pretty big supporter of HopeWorks, so I'm really looking forward to that. Brought some copies of my books and my album, my first album, Adventuratorium, so you can check those out there. If you go to superjoepardo.com/projects, you too can check them out, and then the light is like, oh, there we go. Yeah, so always looking to give out the knowledge and all that stuff. There was some topic I was going to talk about today. Okay, so what was I going to talk about? The Silicon Cowboys, awesome documentary. Haven't finished it yet, about a little over halfway through. All about compact computer. I didn't realize that the part that compact computer really played in the marketplace, because by the time I came along, being born in 86 and getting into computers in the early 90s, like 92, 91, 92, I knew of compact, but I also knew Packard Bell was like all these things. So it's like how big of a revolution and how amazing it was to go up against IBM computer, not just for them, but for like all the companies, the Tandy and Hewlett Packard and all that, like all those companies. Really, really incredible what they were able to do, and it seems like to me like IBM just completely shot themselves in the foot by trying to, instead of foster and be the leader of it, they're like, no, we're just going to do it all, and then we're going to change the game so that nobody else can follow us anymore. Oh, and we're going to sue you with like tons of lawyers, which it just seems like such an archaic way of pretending like you know how to do business by spending gobbles of, I don't even know how to say it, like oodles and oodles of money to scare people into doing what you want them to do. It's the marketplace is a free market, and so anyway, I'm looking forward to finishing that. I think that the topic that I wanted to talk about today was, so we're putting together something new, like a new concept at HopeWorks, where we're inviting people in, and for a nominal fee, you will get a 3-hour training course on how to and guidance on how to build your own website in Squarespace, right? So I've worked in Squarespace like a little bit, but I'm gonna go and get do all the training and figure it all out and figure out like what limits you can push and all that. But yeah, so the idea is that we bring in like up to 10 people at a time, and they learn how to basically go about setting up their own website so they get comfortable in adding their own content. Because, you know, when you really think about websites, they're living, breathing things, right? They're living, breathing pieces of work that are constantly changing and adapting and need to be maintained and updated. But, you know, when it comes to like something like WordPress, it's like, you know, WordPress is like the Ferrari of it. It's not super complicated to do the easy things. Like, anybody can jump into a car, and as long as you know how to drive a manual, which I think they might even make automatics at this point at Ferrari. Anyway, it's a super complicated system, but it's like everybody knows how to drive a car. You get in, you buckle your seatbelt, you adjust your mirrors, and the shifter and everything's like kind of where it should be, right? As like a standard. But once you get past that, like taking apart a Ferrari engine is not simple. Like, it's not a simple process. It's a very complicated piece of machinery. There's a lot under the hood going on there. So with and the same with WordPress, right? So with Squarespace, it's like, okay, so we, you know, there's click and drag interface, and it's much more simple. Everything's like in the box. Your domain name's there. Your you know, how to update your website. They maintain the security and all that of everything, so you don't have to worry about anything. You can even sell product right from Squarespace. WordPress is great, and it's got a lot more compatibility with things, and you can plug all kinds of things and get really, you know, complex results out of it and do lots of custom awesomeness. But, you know, so it's like, okay, so the content part is really important for people. But the problem is like a lot of people think they're great at creating content until like the chips are down. They actually have to create that content, and then they have to go and get approval from like 6 different people. Their board has to go through it. All these different things have to happen and go right for that content before it ever gets up on a website. It's not the same as like me, where I just like, hey, this doesn't sound right, I'm going to go and rewrite that copy, and I'm going to approve it. I might have somebody else read it to go over it, but I'm the one that's going to approve it. The thing is when you're with building websites, the process really is kind of difficult, because I think that what people expect should be cheaper is like the design portion of it. And even if you're utilizing like a pre-built template to like, you know, piggyback off of and build on top of, there's a lot of science behind it as far as like what works, why this should be like that, or things that people don't necessarily get. But if you look at like these templates on, say, like Squarespace, it's like, okay, great. Somebody could put that together. It won't take a lot of time because you're just dragging and dropping the information that they have. And I think the other thing is like getting really, really specific about like, okay, what content are you going to have? Do you have your about statement? Do you have your do you want to do like the history? Do you want to do a blog? Do you know, what does that blog look like? What kind of categories are going to go into that? All like providing the framework of the design, like the design, and then supporting that along the way. Because like in WordPress, I've run into plenty of times where it's like, oh, this plugin updated, it broke something that we had set up because it conflicted with another plugin that we had, but you had to go spend time to figure out what that plugin was. And it's like like all we really want to do is design something that looks great and that people can go in and update. And don't get me wrong, I love WordPress. You know, I've made a lot of, not a ton of money, but I made a lot of money doing. Sorry, I got a phone call. Okay, I don't remember where I left off. I was trying to remember, but I don't remember. So anyway, the point is that it can be kind of difficult, especially when you get when you have like clients that they think they know what they want, but they don't really know what they want, and they don't know, like they're not leaving you to design something that is I should be using is. They don't leave you to your own devices to figure out how to get from A to B. Anyway, almost to work now, and the tiredness is starting to set in already. Man. All right, I will check back in a little bit. Whew! All right, on my way home. I had a great day. I was gonna record a little bit earlier, after I got done lunch, but what ended up happening was I wasn't quite sure where I was in relation to how I had to get back, how to get back to work. So I needed my phone to, help with that, GPS and stuffs. So anyway, I had some amazing, awesome conversations with Jeff, and really got some good insight from another successful entrepreneur. So at some point, I probably should have invited him. I didn't even think. Jeff, if you're watching this, I want to get you on the Dreamers podcast, and I'll probably send you an email later today, or tonight, or tomorrow morning, talking about that. So anyway, oh man, yeah. So I mean, we just had a really great conversation about being an entrepreneur, what it takes, and why it takes it, and why it isn't for everybody, and I mean, there was always a saying that my great grandfather has, if owning a business was easy, everyone would do it, and and things along that nature. So tonight I think what I'm going to do tonight is probably try to relax a little bit. I know I need to get the script finished, and I'm going to do that, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take tonight to relax so that tomorrow I can, really hit it hard in the morning. Melissa's going to get her nails done, and then I have 2 calls in the afternoon. I'm being interviewed on a podcast, and I'll be interviewing my good friend Jessica Kupferman of She Podcasts. Anyway, so what else? I came up with some really neat ideas for the book. So the book is going to be called I Self Empower, and it's really it's different. And from what I've showed to 3 people, none of them have seen anything like what I'm doing. So I'm really excited to get it done and get it out there in the world. I mean, obviously I got to get this other stuff done, and I have another book, the Salesman Save Your Business book, and a book I'm working on with Jeff Barnes from the Wisdom of Walt book, and so many other things going on. But it's not gonna, I'm just gonna do it a little bit here and there in between. But I really would like to have it. Ideally, I'd love to have it published before the conference, DreamCon. Which, if you don't know about DreamCon, it's where all these awesome dreamers, past guests, and awesome people are going to be coming and speaking, and we're learning together here in South Jersey, just outside of Philadelphia. You can go to dreamcon.us to get all the details and get your ticket. It's like $45 for an entire day with amazing people, celebrating the 3rd anniversary of the Dreamers podcast, and celebrating 300 episodes, and we're going to be doing a bunch of recording, and it's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to doing the vlog during that time as well. Yeah, so I would love to have it for then. I don't know that I'm going to be able to pump it out that quickly because of the work schedule, sleep schedule, workout schedule, baby schedule, wife schedule, all the things that I'm trying to balance at once. It's definitely tough. Business schedule. All right, so I'm gonna try I'm gonna try to have that done because I want to get Sales Won't Save Your Business done too. I don't know. The thing is I don't think that the one book is going to take long to complete. So I feel like I could get it done. I just need to sit down and like organize the words and then put the words in order on the pages. That's how books are written, I think. Once I get that done, then I can get it up to, I gotta draw a cover. That won't be a big deal. I already have an idea of what the cover is going to look like, and I can get it up to Create Space and get it rolling, and hopefully, I'll hit it on the first try because I have the template and everything. We'll see. Because I think in order to make that happen for May 20th and have a bunch of copies and get it out there, I'm thinking I'm going to have it done by like 2 weeks before. So that'd be like 14 days. So I like by May 6th. So I like effectively have 2 weeks to like crush it and get the book done. And then I'd have to like overnight the proof and then super quick ship the like a box of the books in order to have it in time. We'll see. It's definitely, I know what I want to do. I've already got it all written out and it's mostly together, but time is of the essence on a lot of things. So, and of course tomorrow I got to get the Dreamers podcast up and the next episode up and ready for Tuesday's launch, Tuesday's release. So yet another thing. So, and I got to get the script done, which is really, really important. So the first thing that's going to hit my list tomorrow is get the script done. I might, depending on what time I stay up till tonight, depending on what's going on with Ava, I might try to bang out the Dreamers podcast episode. It takes about 25 to 30 minutes. And while I'm doing that, I could be processing this vlog right here. So trying to utilize my time the best I can to get as much accomplished as I can. So yeah. All right. So I'm gonna head home. See what happens. Hey, where you going? Where you going? Whoa! Where you going, Abe? To the refrigerator. Oh, Ava, no. Hey, Ava, make the face. I wonder if she doesn't crawl. It's really tough on the knees. Oh, now she's crawling. Ava, you gonna get in your high chair? You're just walking around the place like you own it.
I had grilled cheese at my mom's house from
Ava, I'm gonna get you.
Ava's all baby!
Oh, is mommy base?
Safe?
Yeah. Oh,